Your favorite almost governor, Stacey Abrams, is back.
In last night's State of the Union, President Trump attacked me personally. To be honest, it was unexpected, but not a surprise.
Afro-Colombian empowerment in Central America, $60 million. $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real. $32 million for a left-wing propaganda operation in Moldova program. $1.9 billion to recently created Decarbonization of Homes Committee, headed up, and we know she's involved. Just at the last moment, the money was passed over by a woman named Stacey Abrams. Have you ever heard of her? A $3.5 million.
Okay, so what is this organization? What is your relation to it, and what does it do?
In 2023 and 2024, I led a program called Vitalizing DeSoto. We worked in a tiny town in South Georgia to demonstrate that by replacing energy inefficient appliances with efficient appliances, you can lower your cost. And in fact, we accomplished that. For 75% of the community, they got appliances that are lowering their bills right now. We had one woman who saw her electric bill cut in half from $180 to $98. That's what we delivered. And based on that program, a coalition of organizations, famous organizations, came together and said to the EPA, if we can do this here, we can do this for millions more Americans. Let us invest the money of America in lowering the cost for Americans. And the EPA said, okay, great, go for it.
Wow. So here we go, guys. This is something I like to call Stacey's $2 billion fridge fiasco. Who's cooking what now? Okay. Everyone's favorite almost governor, Stacey Abrams, somehow got tangled up in a $2 billion Biden buck bonanza. The Biden bucks. Billions of Biden bucks to swap out your grandma's gas stove for something electric and eco-friendly. But hold up. Turns out this green dream might just be a real mess. Here's 5 things about Stacey's refrigerator program that'll have you laughing, crying, and checking your own appliances. She started an organization and she was given money. The name of the organization is Power Forward Communities. It's a brand new organization. Did it have any experience doing what they're saying it's doing now? No. In fact, the only transaction before they got $1.9 billion from Joe Biden was a $100 deposit. That is it. That's not even enough to buy a decent air fryer. The EPA made them take a how-to budget class after they got the cash. Bruh, that's like giving me the keys to NASA and saying, Google, how do you fly a rocket? So there are people that are scrutinizing Stacey Abrams in this committee or this organization for good reason. It never handled this type of money before. She wasn't in this type of line of work. But I guess from a party that had the son of the president make millions of dollars in Ukraine working for an energy company with no previous experience in the energy business, I guess this makes sense. Or maybe it's just the Democratic Party is an extremely corrupt party. Yeah, I'll take the second. Number 2, political best friends forever payday. People are screaming cronyism louder than a church choir on Easter. Part of the thing with these Democrats, and I'm not saying it's not true with Republicans too, I'm pretty sure it is. So I'll just say politicians. There's a lot of I scratch your back, you scratch mine. And when Stacey got this payout, I'm sure she hired all her friends. I didn't even know what she was doing the last couple of years. Now we know where she's been when she's not being a governor. Number 3, $2 billion for a stove swap. What's the money even for? They say it's to decarbonize the hood. Literally, decarbonize the hood. Swap out stoves and heaters for electric stuff. And that's supposed to lower the footprint, the carbon footprint. But $2 billion? Like where? Well, how much are these damn stoves? Like, is this for the entire country? Like, is this every stove in America? Or is this just Georgia? Or is it all of Atlanta? What is this? I can get a heat pump at Lowe's for $500. $2 billion is a lot of money. There's either a lot of stoves or somebody's out here installing gold-plated toasters. Yeah. Number 4, sneaky money moves. Yeah. It's not hate. It's not, oh, Stacey's black, so she can't have access to money. It's the timing is suspect as hell. Biden is on his way out the door. On his way out, he's literally leaving. The Biden and his crew, they parked the car next to Citibank. They ran in the night before and got out $20 billion and gave her 2 of it or something. I mean, that's how it feels. That's not legitimately what happened, but it feels like it was like a smash and dash. Stacey's posse, like they were hiding their allowance money from their stepdad, Trump. They want to, we want to snatch some money from Trump before Trump gets in. Pass me that money. Pass me a couple $1 billion, and we'll come up with some cockamamie scheme that'll make sense. It'll make sense to all the Democrats. And they won't be upset because it's Stacey Abrams. She black. She's their favorite almost governor. You can't accuse her of anything because she black and she a woman. Anyway, I'm no detective, but this feels like when your mama has the good snacks before the company comes over. Or it's like your mom got the snacks in the room and put the lock on the door. We do that now. Me and Mrs. Black have turned into our parents. It's crazy. Number 5, Stacey's doing the I didn't do it dance. So now Stacey's going on all these programs. We ain't seen Stacey Abrams. That's how you know it's effective. Stacey came out of hiding. Same gap in the teeth. Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, she's on ABC, she's on MSNBC, she's on CNN. Why? Because Trump dropped her name. He name dropped her in this in this very dignified, upstanding organization that is so new, it smells like new cars. Stacey say, I'm just advising this organization. And Trump saying, nah, she's running the whole show. That's what he said in his address. And it's not like she's Tony Stark. I get it. Fact checkers say she didn't get any money. So if you didn't get any money and it's all in the organization, who got hired at this place? What are you doing? Like, what is your connection to this at all? Like, I thought you were running it. You got a lot to say about it. But if you're not the person, you're not getting paid to do it. She says she's not getting paid, guys. Now the DOJ is sniffing around. Now the DOJ wants to know what's going on. And this is going to turn into a big thing, believe it. Because this organization got the money. I don't know where the money went. And now, of course, the Department of Government Efficiency is going to be on the job. And it's going to become a very partisan issue. And because Stacey's a sister, you know how it's going to go. It's going to go, the only reason why y'all want to know what happened to the money is because she's black. And that may be true to a certain extent. It may be true to a certain extent. There are going to be people wondering that. But even more, I think, more suspect, even to the bigots who are going to think that way, they're going to be wondering, I've been hearing stuff about your campaign owing money. See, so it's like, she is like the worst person for this to come out about, because like a month ago, I had just heard that she was in the news because that organization she was at, there's all these campaign finance violations, supposedly, right? I didn't cover it. Frankly, because she's been out of the news so long. I'm like, who really wants to know about this? Is anybody really concerned about what Stacey Abrams' campaign did back in, 2019 or whatever? I forget when it was. But there was some blowback on that because it's like, finds out that there weren't Things weren't done kosher when it came to the way that she handled the finances in her campaign. Now, we know a campaign is more than just one person, but she's the fall guy. Similar to how Trump was, though all those felonies were about bookkeeping. You know, all those felonies that people keep talking about with Trump, they were all bookkeeping technicalities. You do know that, right? That they just say, here, felon, here, felon. Well, Stacey Abrams has some bookkeeping technicalities of her own. I believe all this money that's been changing hands behind the scenes, and Democrats have been putting people in position. And I think that there is somewhere, if you follow the money long enough, if you travel the money long enough, you'll find it coming back another direction. You understand what I'm saying? I think if it's not just the initial who got the money, it's later on down the line. It's how it circles back.
He's found hundreds of billions of dollars worth of fake contracts, and I read them, just a tiny portion of them, the other night. Transgender surgery on mice, hundreds of, the money they're spending on all of this stuff, the whole thing's a scam. And you'll find ultimately that the money that they sent comes back to a lot of the people that made those deals, okay? You're going to find that.
I don't think anything is done just out of good feelings and good nature. I think there's a lot of backslapping, a lot of favors, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of kickbacks. But we'll see. We'll see. It's going to happen. It's going to get investigated. I don't care who you are. $2 billion is a lot of money for stoves. Just seems weird. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section about Stacey Abrams. You basically have the overview of the story and a little bit more. Honestly, she's out here talking for a reason. She wasn't before. Perfect. You made it to the end of the video. I appreciate you. Now, Google thinks this next video is going to be perfect for you. It's right up your alley. So click the next video, watch that with me, and let's keep this politics going. You're built for this.